Hello, this is Linda Vettrus-Nichols, and I have with me the most amazing woman, Demme Matheos. Welcome, Demme.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
Good, thank you. And you are on to your next cookbook. How cool is that? I love it. Your first one had all to do with your mother, and this one, you ended your other book about your father and having a restaurant of his own, and the influence that your dad had on you. And so now you're stepping into a new book, and it's around your father and like masculine energy. And so tell us a little bit about that book, Jerry.
It's been building up in me for years, for like maybe 2, 3 years. When I went down to Greece, I had to let go of some anger and forgive some family members, and it just started to come up as all negative. And
Mm,
thanks to you, actually, it came out to all positive stuff, which I was really excited about because now I'm more focused on that. So I'm really excited. And this book is just, it's amazing. And it keeps coming out even better and better each day as we write it. So I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
that's so cool. Yeah, you've had a lot of emotional releases to go through as we've stepped through this book building together. So I love being your book coach. All right. So the healthier Greek, and you've got an American twist to this book, right?
Yep.
And how does that work in? Because you weren't born in Greece, you were born in America, and yet you were totally raised Greek, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, my dad is from Chios, Greece, and my mom is from the same area in Greece, her family, but she's born in America. And so my dad kind of came over the ships and off the boats to America as an immigrant and, worked really hard. He ended up owning his own restaurant, the one that he actually was washing dishes in for 5 cents a plate. And I always remember, yeah. I
That's
remember,
funny.
yeah, I remember the stories of him telling us, as children, what he did. And so growing up, we learned Greek and English. We went to a Greek American school, private school, so we could learn Greek. And we also learned the Greek, religion, the Greek Orthodox religion. So that was all part of our life.
Right?
Everything we did was Greek.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and so that's just it's inside my blood. I can't take it out. But I
Yeah,
am
right?
born in America. Yeah.
And you're the middle child, so you have an older sister and a younger brother, and you even have a stepbrother because you lost your mom at 15. So your dad remarried someone from Greece. He went to Greece to marry his new wife. Is that right?
Yes, it was an arranged marriage.
Oh wow, isn't that something?
Yeah.
Wow. And how old was your dad? Was he in his 30s at that time
Oh no, he was 57 when
when
he
when he remarried?
yeah,
Okay. Wow. It's a
yeah.
crazy town. All right. So, Demi, what kind of led you to this book? I know you're frustrated with the American lifestyle, and you even stepped into that lifestyle. Maybe tell us a little bit about how your life was going when you were working full time and had a child, and then
Well,
family members got sick, and you were just picking up meals as you went, and you weren't cooking as much. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, as I got older and had a family of my own, I worked 3 jobs and I ended up not cooking at home a lot because I would get home very tired and we would eat out a lot. And, my kid was little at that time. My son was, I think he was like between 3 and 5. He was very picky. He didn't want to eat anything. He only wanted to eat chicken nuggets and what was that? The mac and cheese, the little packages. And it was very hard, to see him want to eat only those things. And I was very tired at the time, so I didn't feel like cooking. So I would just give him whatever he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it became, you know, a, really horrible on my health.
Mm.
I ended up getting very sick, and I remember just before me, ending up in the hospital, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't get up the stairs. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if it was because I was under a lot of stress at work.
Right.
Yeah, I was having panic attacks and anxiety attacks constantly.
Wow.
Yeah, and I didn't know at the time, but I had diabetes and I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, I was drinking a lot of water. I was, constantly in the bathroom. So I didn't know what was going on. And it took over my body.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah.
So your first book opens with you having heart something. What was going on with your heart, and you were trying to
Yeah,
decide if
I
you're
don't
going
know.
to the hospital?
Yeah, I thought I was having a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
One day after work, I got home and I just felt really off that day, and my whole arm was just pulling. And I remember, reading that a heart attack, the first signs of a heart attack would be your arm. And I wasn't sure if I was having a heart attack or not because I was always having a panic attack in the morning going to work.
Wow.
So I knew my job was stressing me. I just didn't know how bad it was affecting me.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's when I drove to the hospital and was told at the hospital that, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to kill yourself? And my son heard that and he was screaming, Mommy, no, are you dying? And he was so afraid. And, I just went inward at that point. I got very depressed. I was very scared because I was told a lot of things that was wrong with my body that I didn't know because I wasn't going to the doctors as often. And
Mm-hmm.
when I did, they would just give me a pill to fix whatever the symptom was, but they weren't really correcting the issue from where it started,
Right.
and that's what really got me all, while I was in the hospital. It was actually Mother's Day and I was in there for 12 days. My son was,
Wow.
and yeah, and they were testing me constantly to see what was going on and where the issue was. So it was a little craziness, yeah, and it was scary. It was very
Very
scary.
scary. And it was even scarier leaving the hospital with all the diagnoses. And what were they? Or if you
Oh yeah,
may remember all of them. But
there were so many of them. One was diabetes, which was very scary to me, angina. So thank God it wasn't a heart attack, but there was an issue with the heart. I had very high cholesterol. I was also diagnosed with COPD at the time, and
breathing.
I had high blood pressure. I remember my blood pressure was at like 185 over like 130, or it was really high.
Wow. And what is it now, Demi?
Oh, 119 over 70. Yes.
So cool. So cool. In fact, before you went to the hospital, you were about to buy a blouse size what?
32. And I was very upset about that because I did not, and I was really very tight, 28, and I needed to get a 30, 32. And I was just really dreading it. I did not want to do it.
Yeah.
I also was having problems walking at the time, and I thought I actually ordered a scooter at the time to find out information about it. And
Electric chair kind of thing.
yeah, to move around with. And I never got it.
Yay. Yeah. What blouse size did you? Because I know you went down and then you came back up because there were all these life challenges, and so
I
your
had reached
health been up and
size
down.
16, 18, and I'm almost there right now.
Oh, sweet,
Yes.
sweet, very cool. And so you reached the 16, and then what did you go back up to? And now you're coming back down.
Oh, I got back up to 24, 22, 24, and
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
and
that's hard.
instead of 16 again. So
Yep.
yeah, the 18 is getting a little big, so I'm excited. Yeah.
Super excited. Yeah, in fact, on Facebook, you post a picture of yourself in a jumpsuit. How cool is that?
Oh yeah. I got a lot of compliments on that.
Yeah, it was gorgeous too.
Yeah, a lot of friends were like, "Oh my God, I love the jumpsuit." I'm like, I didn't buy it because I'm gonna get the next size smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah, and that's so cool. All right. So, what else, if there was like one more thing to share with everybody that I just really want people to know, what would that one thing be?
just start where you are today.
Mm,
It's the hardest part is just
yeah,
starting, just
yeah,
changing one lifestyle habit just to get a little healthier. That's the hardest part is just starting.
yeah.
Soon as you start and you see the benefit to yourself and your health,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna want to keep doing more. Yeah.
And I know you're a big believer in super simple, like logical next steps, something that would be actually easy and fun, because then you do see the outcomes so quickly. So even just like you were super inspired by a lady whose first goal was just walk out to her mailbox and back in, right?
Yep. I told a woman 2 weeks ago to just start drinking water in the morning. The first thing she does in the morning is to drink a whole glass of water. And I saw her yesterday, and her skin looked amazing. And I said,
Really?
yeah. And she said, really? I said, yeah. I said, your skin looks so much better. She's like, well, I've been drinking the water. I said, yay. I
Shows
was so
up on the
excited
skin
for her.
real fast. Yeah, that's cool. I love it. Yeah, and I know, and you and I have discussed this about like a lot of heart attacks come because someone didn't drink water and took a really long hot shower. And I was thirsty this morning. I couldn't see my water glass. I usually have one there. I was like, oh, I must have put one there. Anyways, just spaced out having a drink of water and took a shower. It wasn't a long hot shower. But then I was like, wow, that wasn't cool. I didn't even think to have a drink before getting in the shower, right? So I remembered our conversation and it's like, yeah, yeah. So it's okay, right? You call them slip ups, yeah? And they're okay. So tell us a little bit more about slip ups.
Slip ups. Oh, how many do I could actually write a list of all of them that I've had. But it's fine. And in fact, I have a slip up that has been going on since January for myself. And I just realized yesterday myself that it's okay. It's okay to have a slip up.
Right?
Um, there's a part of learning and changing that habit and refocusing exactly what's important at that time. And again, it's okay to have a slip up. A few slip ups of mine is, as I tell you to drink your water, sometimes I get busy. And, but my body is just asking for the water. When I don't have it, I literally need to drink like 2 or 3 glasses right away because my body's like, hello, you forgot your water.
Where
Yeah.
before you were thirsty because of the diabetes, but then when you got things under control, then you weren't as thirsty. So then it was like a different way you used to remember to drink water, and that was labeling your tumbler, right?
Right.
How
Yeah.
many ounces by a certain time of the day,
Oh,
and
yeah. Yeah.
encouraging words
Yeah.
on it.
In fact, yeah. In fact, I always remember that because I used to have a gallon and I used to put like a little mark on it throughout the day so I could finish it. Because my
Mm-hmm.
trainer used to tell me, try to get in a whole gallon of water. And I don't know how she gets that in, but, it's different for everyone.
Oh
Again,
yeah,
listen to your body, of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
But main thing that I noticed was that it was really motivating to get to the halfway mark because it would say, you did it, you're almost there, or you're halfway there. It was amazing. And then I always wanted to just finish it at the end of the day because I wanted to get to the end to get the, oh, you did it.
Right.
So, cool.
I love
Now,
it.
now I have a different way of doing things. Like I kind of wake up in the morning and I drink that first glass, like I said, and it's usually about 10 to 16 ounces. And then I kind of try to get, by a certain time, I put like a time limit. So usually by noon, I try to get 60 ounces in.
Okay.
Rest of the day might not end up so well, but at least I got my 60 ounces in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
really get to be super careful if you're not drinking water to just slowly ease it in because your organs aren't used to it and you can hurt yourself. And what is
Yes.
kind of that baseline read? It's half your body weight in ounces.
Yes, there's research that comes out and studies, but of course studies are different for everyone, and you need to check to see where you're at, and what you eat during the day makes a big difference too. But they say that half your body weight is what you should be drinking in water each
In
day.
ounces. Mm-hmm.
Right, in ounces.
Yeah.
And that makes a difference if you're eating vegetables and fruits throughout the day, because you're getting some hydration from those things also. So
Yeah.
drink tea, herbal tea, that kind of counts too. So there's a
Yeah,
few.
let's talk about that really quick, because that's something I learned from you, because I always just thought tea was super dehydrating.
Well, herbal teas are a little different. Regular tea has caffeine in it, so it will dehydrate you, just like coffee would. In fact, I believe black tea has more caffeine than regular coffee does, which is crazy because I didn't believe it either. Then I was looking around and I said, oh, wow, it is. So, it's very interesting to find out that. But I also found out in black tea, there's also flavonoids, and green tea. I didn't know these things are actually beneficial for your heart. So I've been switching up my coffee for a caffeinated tea every so often, just to help my heart. Whatever.
Nice. There you go. Yeah, so decaf tea is basically the thing, though.
It's the same. Yeah,
Yeah.
decaf tea is the same as water. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you sometimes would have the decaf tea at night. Tell us the benefits of that.
Oh yeah, my new favorite thing at night is what's the name of it? Name of it. Well, there's this one tea that I really love. I can't remember the name of it right now.
This is the hydrating tea, right?
Yes,
So it's
yes,
the
yeah.
herbal
My
tea,
son
no
loves.
caffeine.
My son loves chamomile tea at night lately,
Mm-hmm.
which is really beneficial for your gut also, but it's also hydrating, which is
Mm-hmm.
great. So I usually add a cup of tea at night just to relax me, and just make me feel better, and it tastes really good. I can't remember the name of the one that I've been liking lately because I've been switching things up a little. But
Valerian root is supposed to be a good one for sleep at night too. Is that right?
yeah, I'm not sure about that one. But the one I take, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember what it is. Man, I should run and go get one so I can show it to you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Anything else you want to share, Demi?
Each day you wake up is a different day. So just start where you are each day when you get up and where you're at. It's the hardest thing to just constantly think about what happened yesterday and what happened like a few months ago, what happened like 2 years ago. Oh, I had lost this much weight, because that's been coming up a lot for me. And just remember that it doesn't matter what happened in the past. What happens next is really that matters. And the action that you take for that next step is where it's really at. I mean, if you don't take action, you're just going to stay where you are, and you might even get worse. So it's better to take an action today to help yourself get healthier.
Yay. And this upcoming cookbook's going to have quick 20-minute recipes too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that because it's really great for working moms and just working people that need a quick meal and they want to make sure it's healthy. I've been coming home sometimes really busy and I want to order something and I'm like, no, it's going to take you 15, 20 minutes to do something really fresh and healthy. Just do it. And it's better. I feel much better. My family feels better.
Yeah, so much
they
salt.
actually prefer it.
Prefer so much salt in ordered in food. Restaurant food.
Yeah.
Because it's got to sit there all day in the restaurant without going bad, and salt's a preservative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool beans. All right. Well, thank you so much, Demi.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Good luck on your book.
Thank you. I can't wait till it's out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.